Hello, thanks so much for joining me for the Level Up with Katie B weekly energy report. My name is Katie. I am a human design coach for female entrepreneurs. So I help women learn to embody their energetic gifts and build healthy, empowering mindsets so that they can level up, expand, and share their gifts with way less stress and a lot more ease and flow. Each week, I bring you a collective report to help you maximize the energy that we are working with based on the solar transit through your human design chart. So the goal of these reports is to bring awareness to the energies that you're working with so that you can use it to your advantage. You can apply the knowledge to your life and use it in really practical ways to help you thrive. After the collective reading, there is a weekly tarot report for each of the 5 human design energy types. You can skip to your energy type and see what specific message comes through in the cards for the week ahead. If you don't know your human design energy type, you can click the link in the caption and download your human design chart that will give you your energy type. Links to book any personal readings and check out my coaching options are all in the caption. Thanks again for being here and enjoy the energy report. Welcome to your energy report for the 27th of February 2023. Gate 63, the gate of doubt, which is ruled by Pisces, is activated at the moment. And I think if February just hasn't been the most dreamy, expansive, forward-moving month of the year, then I'll eat my hat. Just kidding, it's only February, so we've got a lot more goodness to experience for the year ahead. But honestly, February has been supportive of all of us tuning into potentials that push the limit of what we previously knew to be possible. In terms of your personal and professional development, this is huge, right? Our comfort zone is great, it's cozy, and sometimes it's relaxing, but when and if you're ready to level up, you know that it's not going to happen when you are sitting nestled up in that sweet little bubble for too long. So what does Gate 63, the gate of doubt and needing to have answers, have to offer us over the week ahead? If Gate 63 had a theme song, it would be Suspicious Minds. It is the gate that just won't take just because for an answer, and it won't be convinced of any sort of tomfoolery without having substantiated evidence to back it up, and it will not let you be swindled into believing someone else's version of the truth without some solid questioning. So the thing about Gate 63 is that it really wants you to use the power of your inquiring mind to stimulate new possibilities. It wants you to question current norms, standards, and truths for the purpose of evolution. In its shadow, Gate 63 will have you doubting your own truth though, so doubting your ability to change, evolve, and expand. But the good news is that as the sun transits and activates Gate 63, we have an opportunity to really be intentional with how we work with this energy. So, creating space this week to identify where your own self-doubt is holding you back. A good way to do this is gather evidence of times in the past that you've actually defied your own expectations by busting free from limited thinking. What unfolded? What about now? Can you identify a situation in your life currently where self-doubt might be overshadowing your creative process? So what can you do to move from needing to have answers to simply being curious about the potentials? This is super powerful energy, so who knows what will unfold if only you put your ability to doubt to work by questioning your own reality. When I was thinking about Gate 63 earlier, a memory popped up that I thought was quite funny and the perfect example of my defined Gate 63 showing up in my life. So when I was about 7 years old, I was in a school assembly and we were getting ready to go outside and I was told to put my sun hat on. But little Katie was like, why am I putting my sun hat on? I'm sitting inside. That doesn't make any sense. I was querying, I was questioning the norm. Everyone else in the hall, there was like hundreds of kids in the school hall, they all put their sun hats on, but little Katie was like, nah, sorry, I'm going to do that when I get outside because it's not protecting me from anything in here. So this is the energy behind Gate 63. It caused me to question the truth that I was being told, which was you need to put your sun hat on. What unfolded was quite traumatic for me. I got screamed at and yelled at for not complying, right? And this is how we build conditioning through our lives, is moments like that when actually beautiful energies in our human design chart show up. And as children especially, we don't, we just roll with it. We're like, oh, but why? That doesn't make sense. And, we get put back in our box. And so that's where, as adults, we end up kind of just shedding those layers, realizing, holy shit, what an incredible ability to question bullshit rules, regulations, truths that other people were forcing upon you, or maybe even that you were forcing upon you. I'm sure you have got examples of this in your own life, so now might be a good time to reflect on what unfolded, and now how you see that situation differently. So, our beautiful expansive minds were meant to be questioning. We were meant to, not just go along with the status quo. So embrace that shit, and this week is a perfect time to do that. That's it for the collective energy report this week. The tarot energy report will be up next. Feel free to skip through to your human design energy type to get your tarot report for your human design energy type. Welcome, projectors, to your tarot report for the week beginning the 27th of February 2023. Let's see what energy is coming through for you guys for the week ahead. Oh, Ruler of Chalices. Okay, so... all right, this is deep emotional energy, projectors, for the week ahead. The Ruler of Chalices is, the rulers are always inviting us to step into our personal leadership, and the Ruler of Chalices in particular is inviting you into deep honoring of your own emotional realms before you cater to the needs of other people. So at its core, this card really wants you to honor the fact that you are no good to anyone else, whether in a leadership role or a supportive role, when you are emotionally sort of overwhelmed, exhausted, when you don't have the capacity to hold a space for other people. The first place you need to start is by really focusing in on where is your emotional capacity, like filling your own cup first, holding space for yourself, right? And so for the week ahead, this energy is one of really, first of all, questioning, do you have the emotional capacity to support and hold space for the people around you this week? If you do, amazing, right? Yes, that is part of what we came here to do, is build relationships, share emotional relationships, be part of, grow our experience in life through our relationships with other people, and specifically support other people when they need us and we have the capacity for it. And if you do have the capacity, that is what was being called of you for the week ahead. If you don't have the capacity, if this, if you're feeling, this is a good time to ask yourself, do I have the capacity? Have I taken on more than I really need to? Have I been saying yes when I really want to say no? Actually, I'm having a really fucking hard time and I need to spend time nurturing my own emotional realms. This is what it means to be a leader, right? To know when you can invest time, energy, support into, not only yourself and the things you do in your life, but the people around you. We need to be discerning around that, because at the end of the day, we are no good to anyone if we are scraping the bottom of the barrel for our own emotional resilience, right? So projectors, for the week ahead, this is, get curious with where, if you've got capacity, show up, be there, support your friends, family, colleagues in the way that, feels right for you. Hold space in a way that feels aligned and right for you. And if you don't, that's totally fucking okay. Part of the energy in this card is just checking in with, am I available? What am I available for? And if I'm not, what do I need to do to really nurture my own realms? So that's your energy report for the week ahead. Projectors, if you would like a one-on-one reading, you're welcome to book that through the link in the caption. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week. Welcome, manifestors, to your tarot report for the week beginning the 27th of February 2023. Let's see what energy you are working with for the week ahead. Look, there it is. Death and rebirth. Oh my goodness, big energy, hey? Okay, so manifestors, it is the end of a cycle, right? The completion of a journey, and the blossoming, the beginning of another one. So over the week ahead, this is, finality, right? Like something is winding up. There are things that are coming to closure, coming to an end, and it's time to honor that, right? Like give it sacred space to honor the ending of the cycle that you're moving through. Take time, don't need to rush through this. It is a huge evolutionary card, and what it really calls of us is to allow ourselves space to kind of compost what has been, turn that into some rich, earthy, nutrient-rich soil in which we're going to plant the seeds of intention for the next cycle, right? So, I honestly believe this card is deeply, deeply transformational when you let yourself move through the phases of it. There are phases, and one of them is it depends on where you are in particular in this cycle. It might be that you haven't realized that something's coming to an end, and it's a call to honor that, to actually witness the fact that something needs to be composted. It's done, it's time to starting the ending of that cycle. And if you are in a place where you already feel that ending has been moving into alignment, now it's like, okay, what sort of ritual, what witnessing, what processes do you need to move through to help use all the wisdom that you've gained from this ending and apply that to nurture the soil so that your next phase can be really beautiful. Apply the wisdom to the beginning of your next cycle. Apply it and nurture the seeds of intention with all this beautiful wisdom that you've gained through the last cycle. So manifestors, for the week ahead, this is really like calling you into questioning, creating space to honor the ending, doing any sort of ritual or supportive things in your life that help you make this transitionary period feel really nourishing, supportive, and also like it's not to go to waste, right? Like we can't waste all this beautiful experience that we have from moving through endings and new beginnings. So in order to kind of give yourself the best opportunity to start this next cycle with a lot of flourishing and beautiful intentional forward movement, let yourself be in the space of mourning the ending if you need to, celebrating it if you need to, spend time doing all that sort of stuff. Don't rush through it. It's not supposed to be rushed. Hope that helps you for your week ahead. If you would like to book a one-on-one tarot reading, you can book it through the link in the caption. Have the most amazing week, and I'll see you here next week. Welcome, generators, to your energy report for the 27th of February, the week beginning 27th of February 2023. Let's see what comes up for you. Okay, so generators, for the week ahead, you are working with the energy of the Strength card. So strength is a call for us to kind of work with and perhaps sometimes savage the inner beast within in order to gain the courage we need to move forward, to take the next step forward. There is a really big connection with this card to our heart and the call of our heart, and also to really start working with our primal instinct and sometimes tame our primal instinct for our own good, right, to move forward. Sometimes when strength comes up, it's because we haven't been kind of letting ourselves express ourselves properly. We have been holding stuff inside. We've been kind of suppressing any sort of rage and anger that actually now is the call to use that for your highest good moving forward. So one of the things that you can do, generators, for the week ahead is, first of all, this is also an opportunity to check in with where you need to call in support as you go through difficult times. What's your relationship to calling in support through difficult times? But also, more than that, there is this energy of really letting yourself be, tune into that wild animalistic instinct that you have in order to keep yourself safe, to keep yourself moving forward, to keep yourself pushing sort of further towards your dreams. What sort of how can you ground yourself in your sense of self and use that clear sense of self and identity to move you forward? So sometimes we have to let the rage move through us. Sometimes we need to really be in full expression of our emotional realms to help harness this energy. It is for the purpose of resilience, it's for the purpose of moving forward, and it's for the purpose of standing your ground, standing in your space, taking up space, and knowing that you have the right to fight for what it is that you're being called towards. So generators, as people that have that deep connection to our sacral, and as I mentioned last week, that sacral response is often deeply tied to our heart and what our heart's calling us forward towards. This is a really great opportunity to double down on your sense of self-worth and how you need to express that, what you need to do to express that, and fearlessly put your resources to work fighting for your rights to move forward towards that, to let that kind of drive you and express yourself through that. Yes, so strength for the week ahead is kind of honoring the savage beast within, using that courage to help guide you forward. What do you need to do to trust that you have the inner strength? And also, do you need to call in some external support to support you through some tricky times for the week ahead? If you would like to book a one-on-one tarot reading, you can do that through the link in the caption. Have the most amazing week, and I will see you here next week. Welcome, manifesting generators, to your tarot report for the week beginning the 27th of February 2023. Let's see what energy you are working with for the week ahead. The Nine of Wands. Okay. Oh, it's strength and reserve. It is the final sort of the Nine of Wands for you guys, manifesting generators. This is the final push. I feel like there have been a few manifesting generators sort of in my sphere at the moment that have kind of been in this energy for a few months. So it might be that we're still kind of sitting in there. This is the energy of don't stop. Keep your eyes on the prize and know that you actually do have the resources you need to bring your creative vision to fire. So to fruition, sorry. So the wands are to do with your creative visions, right? They're to do with your passion, your purpose, what you came here to express in this lifetime. And the nine is when we're feeling oh God, you've had a lot of energetic output. You've been working, and you're so close to achieving the goal, right? But there is still just this call, one last push before it sort of all the puzzle pieces fit together. Often when the Nine of Wands comes up as well, we are actually just genuinely being asked to check in with how we're looking after our energetic output, our own energy, how we're nurturing and supporting ourselves when there is a high time of energetic output. So it might be that this week is more about you going, all right, what practices have I got in place? What structures have I got in place in my life that support me when I am in this period where there is so much, there is so much effort being put in to bringing things to life. And the message is you don't have to burn yourself to the ground in order to create. You don't have to do all the things yourself. You don't have to just you don't have to work 12 hours a day, there is, even on times where we just have to see the vision through, there is still time for a nap. There is still time for a cup of tea. There is still time for a cold shower or a bath or something that makes you feel alive and nourished and supported, right? So putting those structures in place so that you actually do have the strength and reserve, so that you do have the capacity to bring it all to fruition. So manifesting generators for the week ahead, just check in with, well, first of all, this is the universe cheering you on, right? You're so close to the finish line. So it's happening, things are moving into alignment, but check in with your relationship to kind of rest and honoring your energy in terms of like how you day to day refill the tank before you go in for the next lot of effort. If you would like a one-on-one tarot reading, you are welcome to book one through the link in the caption. Have the most amazing week, and I'll see you here next week. Welcome, reflectors, to your tarot report for the week beginning 27th of February 2023. Let's see what energy you are working with this week. Temperance. Okay, so balanced heart, balanced emotions for the purpose of strength and resilience, right? I mean, this has kind of been a theme for us in this read for all of the energy types this week, is like kind of tapping into our different inner resources to build strength and resilience. Always a beautiful message to be reminded of, but Temperance, she is our connection to our flowing emotional world, to achieving a balanced heart for the purpose of, stability, for the purpose of strength, like building a tempered sort of emotional world so that we can move forward with trust and knowing that we are capable of navigating life's challenges when we let our emotions flow, right? When we let ourselves move through them and honor them rather than trying to fast forward through the shitty ones to get to the good ones all the time. So reflectors, for the week ahead, this is a call into deep honoring of your emotional worlds, as in what is it that you've been kind of resisting? What have you been not flowing with? Like in Temperance, there is this, 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the flowing river. There is this constant flow of water between cups. There is beautiful rainbow and beautiful connection to our spirit guides that help support us when we are in emotional sort of turmoil as well. What support networks have we got in place to help us flow with those emotions, right? Do you need to go to a breathwork session? Do you need to tune in and do some meditation? Do you need to journal? Do you just need to talk to a friend? But the main theme of this card and this energy for you for the week ahead, reflectors, is to actually let your emotions be one of your greatest strengths. Let them be one of your biggest powers, your superpowers. Harness the energy of flowing with your emotional realm for your highest good. So one of the lessons that our human design teaches us, and our emotional solar plexus, so our solar plexus in your human design chart, is all about your emotional realms. And one of the biggest lessons it teaches us is to not grip too tightly to any one emotion, to let yourself flow with them, to let yourself move through them. And when we do that, we create first of all, we allow ourselves to move and be in life with a lot less emotional turmoil. When you don't if you can remove the attachment to any so-called negative emotions, that's going to help you build resilience on a day-to-day basis, right? So this is also the energy of Temperance, letting that kind of flow through you, letting the good, the bad, and the ugly move through you, not ignoring them, not going, oh, I'm feeling angry, I'm going to just fucking move on because I don't want to honor it. No, let yourself feel it, punch the thing, let it somatically move through you in order to strengthen your emotional world. So I hope that helps you for the week ahead, reflectors. It is a deep call into, honoring your emotional realms, letting yourself be supported by the people around you and your spirit guides. If you feel like that is something that you would want to do to help know and trust that your emotions are worthy of being supported and witnessed and honored and felt. But the overall sort of goal of this is to help you build resiliency, help you experience all the many facets of life without kind of trying to fast forward to any sort of bright, shiny, sparkly goodness all the time. Let yourself be in it. Let yourself flow through it. So if you would like a one-on-one tarot reading, you are more than welcome to book that through the link in the caption. Have the most amazing week, and I'll see you here next week.